pretty optimistic outlook of the season, I think, for the Chiefs, which would be 13-4. And it's good that they get the Cardinals early in the season because Hopkins is out the first 6 weeks. I kind of forgot about that even when I was starting to do my predictions. But yeah, that's a nice to get. It's nice to get Arizona early in the season. But yeah, they've got some tough games all over the schedule. It's going to be rough. My first loss that I have them taking is at Tampa Bay in week 4. I just think that's going to be a tough game. But like I kind of mentioned in the article, they could beat Tampa Bay, but then they could also lose to like the Colts the week before.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things that like all these games, 13 games on the schedule could go either way. So it's going to be tough predicting this year, but I think if they can go 5-1 in the division, which is what I have them going, they'll win the AFC West again, which is all you really need to get into the dance. So that's really what I'm looking at. Their divisional games, breaking it down. Hopefully it's going to be tough to keep that streak going against the Broncos. The Raiders improved a little bit with their receiving core with Devontae Adams. I still think that the Raiders are going to take a step back from last year, though, even with the addition of Adams. So I don't know. I'm thinking 5-1. They could lose one at the Broncos possibly, but that's my prediction. I'm sticking to it, Jordan.
I don't have a problem with it, man. I think 13-4, despite everything they've done, is still feasible. Like the Chiefs are going to be a really good team this year. They're not going to be a slouch. Like they could take a step back and still win the division and make the playoffs. I just buy into the schedule being so brutal, man. And you look at, they could lose to the Cardinals, they could lose to the Chargers, they could start 0-4. They almost certainly are not going to, but all 4 of those games are losable. Then you have really all 8. Like they could, obviously no one on planet Earth is going to predict the Chiefs will start probably even worse than 0-3. Like I don't even think many people would think that. But you split those games, they're probably going to get the advantage of winning some of those losable games. Like I mentioned, the split, you go 9-8. They're probably going to win 1 or 2 more than that. That gives them 10-7 or 11-6. If you get a good outcome in the AFC West, you go 5-1. There's your 13 wins right there.
Yep.
Or you don't drop to a Buffalo. You don't drop to an LA, either of them. You don't drop to the Rams. You don't drop to the Bengals, stuff like that. It's easy to see the wins come back to you. I think they go 4-2 in the AFC West. So there's 2 of my losses there. I think they have one trap game that they lose that they shouldn't lose, whether it's Tennessee or Houston or Seattle or one of the Raiders games, not counting the AFC West, 2 losses, something like that. I guess I should leave that AFC West out. Either way, one they shouldn't lose. That gives them 3. Then they lose 3 of Arizona, Indianapolis, Tampa Bay, Buffalo, San Fran, Rams, Bengals. Like 3 of those I give them. So I probably should have went 12-5, all things considered. I'm sticking with 11-6. I absolutely would love to be proven wrong on that. Also, 11-6 isn't bad. Like they can still win the division with that if the tiebreakers fall correctly. The problem is going to be, man, the AFC West is better. The Chargers are better. The Broncos on paper are better. The Raiders on paper are better. I don't know if they're going to actually be better. They won 10 games last year. They could just win 10 games again and still be a good team. Your worst team, the AFC West, Mark. What do you think? You don't have to pick out a certain team if you don't want to. We probably both have the same one. What win total do you think? Do you think there's an AFC West team with a below 500 record this season? Because I don't.
I do. I actually went through. I don't want to get too deep into it, but I think I sent it to you, I believe.
Oh, yeah. The simulation. You're right.
I did a season. I did a season-long simulation, just predicting every game, just kind of going through quickly. Yep. So I'm not going to hold myself to this. I'll probably do another one more in depth later, closer to the season. But I actually have the Raiders going 8-9 and being my worst team. So I have them having a losing record just barely, but just taking a little bit of a step back. And yeah, I don't know. I have them going 2-4 in the division. And I actually have the Broncos going 2-4 too, but I have them with a winning record. So
Okay.
I'm going Raiders 8-9, Broncos 9-8. Actually, I have the Chargers 9-8.
Right on.
So
Okay.
that's all three of them are missing the playoffs in this simulation. So I don't think that will, I think one of them will sneak in as a wild card team. But that would definitely be good for the Chiefs if all of them are right there, just missing the playoffs, because then they're going to have a bad draft spot still right in the middle of the draft. They're not going to be, a 3-14 team or whatever and picking in the top 5. So that's something that you'd like to see if your division rivals just miss the playoffs barely and still get a meddling draft pick.